What is going on? Today is March 26th. This is the end of the day review for the S&P mini futures. Started off a little bit late today. Did that slightly on purpose. Wanted to stay away from the beginning because that's when I do most of my mistakes. And then I end up usually blowing myself up by like 9 o'clock, which is what I did on Friday. So today I want to take a new approach, and it sort of kind of worked. Um, the base, the underlying basis was pretty much focusing on what works and what doesn't work. And by that I mean price-wise, looking at price levels where we fit, where there was failure, or where there was rejection or acceptance in areas of balance, and looking for opportunities where the market went into imbalance, which is slightly what happened today. Already pinpointed all the arrows that where I had locations um, for my buying and selling. I did a lot of I scratched a lot on a bunch of trades where I didn't position my contract quantity appropriately, and then next thing I knew, I was three contracts in and had to cancel out really fast, and that cost me a couple bucks here and there. Happened multiple times, but that's just me getting used to the Rhythmic platform and finding new ways to enter positions as fast as or to the price that I'm trying to get in at. Um, and which is pretty important to me because, of course, the psychology comes into play sometimes when you don't get into the price that you want, and you end up getting FOMO, or you end up chasing a trade. So really keep it in mind of getting those the price that you're willing to pay. I know, or the price that you're looking at for your risk reward scenario is quite important to me. But let's just start it off. Here we had 2634 to 2640 area, or yeah, 2638 as areas of resistance, and down below we had 2625 to 2623 as support. Started off right around 9 o'clock. Um, so I noticed price. I What my play here was, all right. So going off of what worked and what didn't work. Here is a scenario where it didn't work. We failed in this area. We failed here. We failed here. We failed up into this area. So my assumption coming into here was that the possibility of failing into this area, which didn't happen, but I ended up shorting around here at 920, around 26, shorted at 26.24, and then got stopped out at 26, 26, 25, and then ended up going long right after that. And then because of the now that price wasn't getting rejected, must be getting accepted, and into this area seemed like a good risk reward area to me, and that is why I ended up reversing my position. And same thing here, got stopped out at 26, 25, 25 when I should have, I believe, gotten stopped out at least into 26, 28 and kept some profits, but greed got in the way, and obviously I was hoping for a turn higher, but I should have known with this red bar here. I should have kept it tight. Should have moved the stop upwards at least, or at least gotten out at 26, 26. I at least set myself up for minimal loss as possible. Um, but then again, I reversed myself, went short right after getting stopped out at 26, 25, 25, and which was working. But I was not quick enough to read the order flow or price change, and eventually it changed up on me. And again, I was hoping not to get stopped out, but I did get stopped out at 26.25, where I again reversed because we're in this area where I believed where it could lead to either 2634 or down to 2600 area. So that's what I was looking to accomplish through trading in this area, in this 2625 area. But eventually I was getting really focused. Sorry. I was getting too intense into the smaller picture, into the 1 minute time frame, and I started looking at the 5 minute time frame to kind of help me, and the 30 minute as a time frame to kind of help guide me, so I can make sure my trading decisions weren't just being based on a smaller time frame, which might, and kind of I was looking for a bigger confirmation on the 5 minute and the 30 minute, and it actually did help me as I went through the rest of the trading day, using those as a backup. So I ended up, but going back to my trades, I ended up reversing here at 26.24, 26.25.75, bought one. So after I got stopped out, bought one at 26.25.75, got added another one at 26.28.50, and got up to 26.32. We saw 26.34 where I saw a large amount of sellers waiting to sell. They did not get filled, um, and then price ended up going. I want to say sellers ended up taking over, or stayed in control here, and overtook the buyers, and I ended up selling at 26.30.25 because of the two contract position that I had. As soon as it started working against me, I just did not want to find out what would happen if I waited until last minute to get out, and I think that kind of goes back to the whole don't trade more than one contract rule. But again, I got carried away, and I wanted to try to practice taking advantage of a move, but it did not work as well as I intended to, and I think I should have stayed at one contract. I probably would have had more profits kept, even though I still got at a profitable price here with both contracts on. So then moving on forward, I expected a pullback here. I didn't think we were going to go down and revisit 26.25. I thought we were just going to pull back around 26.29 area, so I bought a contract here at 26.29 for a pullback back up to 26.32. That did not work though, and quickly I stopped myself out at 26.28.25 and went short. And then here's where it gets a little bit confusing, but all these arrows here, this is where I had my the amount of contracts set to buy was at 3, and I ended up getting I think I went short here, then I went short here, drove it down, went short again here instead of when I tried to stop myself out, and then bought one back to get to kind of yeah, it gets a little bit confusing, but I bought one back, sold another one back to two contracts short, and then bought one again, and then just canceled it out and stopped and kind of reset and reestablish to see where I was at. But by that time, I had already suffered pretty a decent enough damage to my numbers by the time I figured it out, or not too bad of a damage, but still enough to really, you know, mess with my profitability. So I think I ended up staying short here. I think I got short here. No. So from my short position here, from my long position, one of the two. Yeah, it got a little bit confusing here. And then, but getting back on track here, I got short, and then I got stopped out here on this bar, went long, and then this is where price started working for me, and ended up So bought 26.27. Okay, so -3. So I went -3 on here. Bought 2 in the same one. And then closed out by 13.59 here. So I was still short. So here I sold short 3 and then bought back 2 to kind of go back to a single contract. Ended up getting that single contract short, getting stopped out, and went long at 26, 27, 25, 26, 27, 25. Went long, and then this is where it started working for me. And I wrote it up to 26.36. I started getting a little bit of fear here. My initial plan was to kind of put my stop here at 26.34, and I think that would have been a better idea. Obviously, in hindsight, but yeah, I ended up selling at 26.36 simply to just take my profits and go, and which weren't that bad. And then, and overall, I think that was a pretty decent trade. Waiting for that. I finally got the opportunity after much scratching. Finally was able to ride the move up into 26.36, 75, and then tried shorting around 26.37, looking for failure here, back down to 26.34, or yeah, 26.34. But we did not get that. Instead, market kept going up. So I got stopped at 26.37, then shorted again at 26.42, 25, and then exited out at 26.38 because I noticed that's where price had been fighting an important level where there was a lot of action going on, from what had happened over here. Then went short here, bought back here, tried going long, and then this is where I started getting a little bit emotional when I noticed price rushed to 26.45, and I tried to play into momentum and ended up just stopping myself out and just getting out, and deciding to calm down and really figure out what price was trying to do. Then tried shorting here, maybe back down to 20 again with a goal to reach 26.38 area, but did not work. It got stopped out at 26.45. My stop was into the highs. Got stopped out at 26.45. Actually, it was another short added. Actually, ended up adding another short, but then immediately canceled all positions. So that almost turned into a mess. Luckily, it didn't just blow upwards. And then into the end of the day, just let it kind of just move. You just glided up, no position. But overall, I think I would have been better off just holding my initial position from the very start. But the recent volatility definitely kept fear in me for the possibility of going back down, as we had experienced in last Friday's close, where into the close we just tanked. So around 12, 11 o'clock into the close, just massive tank all the way down. So that kind of made me kind of aware of just taking profits. And at a point in time when it's looking good, we're above 26.45, and the next thing you know, just calm selling into the close all the way down to 200 MA. So that kept me on my toes. That's pretty much how we traded today. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you.